Welcome to the metropolis, the big city. This is where tech, trends, and culture meet. Meet the people. See the sights. Walk the city streets. And experience the lifestyle. This is your first-class ticket to the cities of the world. Naples. Naples, or New City. It is the capital of Campania, an Italian region and also the third largest municipality in Italy. The city has a population of about 4 million or more, one of the largest metropolises on the Mediterranean Sea. It's the 9th most populous urban area in the European Union. Naples is also one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. Now, what's there to do and see in Naples? First up is to try its great pizzas. It's a must in Naples. The city, after all, is the birthplace of pizza, and the locals take their signature dish very seriously, crafting every pie with love and care and expertise. Make sure you go to a pizzeria that's serving pizza vera napoletana, true Neapolitan pizza, to make your trip to the city worthwhile. After stuffing yourself with pizza, it's time to wander around the city. The historic center is a great way to see the city. Go about it without a plan. The Storico Antico is most recommended, as it is both ancient and modern. It's got a mix of old hills and buildings and shops and apartments that have been there for centuries. Next up is Italy's two most popular sites for tourists, the ruins of Pompeii and Herculaneum. Take the time to look into ancient Roman life. Of the two, Pompeii is the more famous archaeological site, while Herculaneum can appear to be the more interesting one due to its smaller size and because it houses more artifacts. After touring, it's time to eat again. Aside from pizza, there's sfogliatelle. Naples' signature sweet pastry is to die for as well. It is layers of flaky pastry dough on the outside, and when you bite into it, you'll taste the dense filling of sweetened ricotta cheese, heavy and indulgent. You may come across two varieties called briccia and froglia. The former has a flaky exterior and is more difficult to make. The latter has a smooth outer crust and just as great tasting. These are often eaten by the locals for breakfast, but to some, it might be as good as a dessert. Petra. Feast your eyes on amazing sights in Petra, Jordan. The city offers breathtaking views and scenery that you wouldn't have ever imagined. See the city through horseback riding. You can take a shortcut from the entrance to the Siq. It is considered the canyon entrance to the city. Petra is known by many names, like Nabateans as Rakhmu, named by the Arab Nabateans who founded the city capital from way back in 312 BC. Petra is also known as the Rose City because of the light reddish hue of the rocks upon which the city is built on. The city itself can be considered as an archaeological city. Just look at its marvelous rock carving architecture and its elaborate water conduit system. If Petra seems straight out of a movie set, then you have probably seen it before, as there have been a number of feature films shot on location in this unique gem of a city. Think of any movie featuring ancient temples set in a desert landscape, and they probably shot that in Petra. There's amazing treasury to be viewed in Petra. There's just so much history to experience here. For instance, the small bumps and outcrops in the rock in the Sikh are suddenly transformed into carvings of camels and the remains of elaborate archways. There's also the Petra Archaeological Park that's worth touring. You can also meet the Bedouin men on camels, horses, or donkeys that may take you on a tour around the city. They can bring you to places where the women will be selling souvenirs for your take-home. There are handicrafts and jewelry, as well as postcards and stones. The residents at Petra are also good in the English language, so it'll be easier for you to shop and bargain. You can also visit a spring monastery. The Petra Monastery has over 800 steps. You can climb it yourself or ride a donkey going up. The trip is worth it. You'll see how grand and big the monastery is. The large cave, the colors of the stones, all breathtakingly incredible. At night, the city is amazing too. Go to Petra after sunset and walk through the Sikh lined with candles. It gives the entire canyon an eerie but attractive glow. It's also where you can sit and listen to traditional Bedouin music and stories of Bedouin legend. Denver, a megacity with urban landscapes surrounded by the great outdoors. Welcome to Denver. Denver is capital city of the state of Colorado. It is also considered as its most populous city. Denver is known as a mile-high city because its elevation is exactly a mile high from the sea level. It is located in the plains near the foot of the American Rocky Mountains. Because of this, you can expect good weather in Denver all year round. There's a popular saying that Denver receives 300 days of sunshine every year. But don't be fooled. The high altitude of Denver makes sure that the temperatures remain at a cool range, but at the same time, the air is quite thinner when you are way up there. This means cleaner, fresher air, but at the same time, lower humidity, so always keep yourself hydrated when in Denver. Denver has also some of the most culturally and ethnically diverse populations in the US. So, you can expect to meet people from many different backgrounds when you visit. What to do in Denver? Go to downtown Denver to experience its hip and historic district. This is where you'll find a huge independent bookstore, Western wear clothing stores, and dozens of brew pubs and dining options. Then, if you want to see the best in Denver's art scene, take a trip to the Denver Art Museum. Or visit the Denver Santa Fe Art District, featuring Denver's finest artists and a monthly art walk featuring rotating art pieces from local artists. Visit the Uptown, one of Denver's hippest hoods, where you'll find the City Park, the Denver Zoo, as well as the Museum of Nature and Science. Tourists may opt for a tourist pass, which lets you visit most of Denver's museums and tourist spots, all with a single pass at a very affordable price. For food options, look no further. The city has countless food rows in every corner, from homey local diners to chic 5-star restaurants. Denver's diverse culinary palette boasts of a fusion between American, Italian, Mexican, and even Asian cuisines. So if you're looking for a destination in the United States, make sure to stop by in Denver. Detroit. Detroit is the most populous city in the U.S. state of Michigan. Its metropolitan area is known as Metro Detroit. It is home to 4.3 million, making it the 14th most populous metropolitan area in the U.S. The city of Detroit was founded in July 24, 1701 by French explorer and adventurer Antoine de la Motte Cadillac. It is due to the expansion of the automobile industry that the Detroit area emerged as an important city in the States in the early 20th century. Detroit has a 300-plus-year history and a slate of innovations. As a result, the city has a lot to offer. For one, Detroit is often associated to the inimitable Henry Ford, whose breakthroughs helped give rise to the city's automobile industry. Ford's wealth, interests, and talents are showcased in the Henry Ford. It is a large complex of museums, living history sites, factory tours, and archives. These places will provide you a detailed look into Detroit's past, as well as the family and lifestyle of Henry Ford. Museums in Detroit are top-rated attractions as well. There's the Detroit Institute of Arts and Cranbrook Art Museum. Both of these places regale visitors with amazing works, contemporary or otherwise. Then, there's the GM Next showroom, which are all about cars. You'll find all car types here: vintage, new, and planned. The place pays tribute to the hometown industry, plus it has an IMAX theater where you'll find a mix of technology, documentary, all housed within the complex. For some fun gaming and entertainment, Detroit has a series of casinos that welcome the brave souls who want to try their luck out. For dining destinations, Detroit has the best restaurants spread around the metro. Find comfort food and cheap eats in its college town. The Birmingham and West Bloomfield neighborhoods also give you a new string of restaurants to choose from. Nearby are places that specialize in Middle Eastern cuisine. Detroit has restaurants for fine dining too. Indeed, the city has a little something for everyone. Brooklyn. Brooklyn is the most populous of NYC's 5 boroughs. It is geographically adjacent to the borough of Queens at the southwestern end of Long Island. Brooklyn has a land area of 71 square miles or 180 kilometers. Its water area is about 26 square miles or 67 square kilometers. The official motto of Brooklyn is displayed on its seal and flag. Its motto says, Indrik maakt macht, which means unity makes strength in early modern Dutch. The borough remains home to many diverse communities. These range from Russian enclaves in Brighton Beach and Polish residents in Greenpoint. The arty punks of Bushwick and the bugaboo-pushing moms of Windsor Terrace are also part of their multicultural communities. Brooklyn is also where you'll find the world-renowned Brooklyn Academy of Music, the Brooklyn Philharmonic, and the second largest public art collection in the United States in the Brooklyn Museum. Opened way back in 1897, Brooklyn is NYC's second largest public art museum. Its permanent collection has more than 1.5 million objects that include ancient Egyptian masterpieces as well as contemporary art. Brooklyn also opened the world's first museum dedicated to children in December 1899, called the Brooklyn Children's Museum. It has a permanent collection of over 30,000 cultural objects and natural history specimens. Also part of the top popular attractions in the city is the Brooklyn Academy of Music, or BAM. It has a 2,109-seat opera house, an 874-seat theater, and the art house BAM Rose Cinemas. On the other side of downtown Brooklyn, in the Dumbo Arts District, is where you'll find Barge Music and St. Anne's Warehouse. There's also the Brooklyn Technical High School, which has the second largest auditorium in NYC with its remarkable seating capacity of over 3,000. Kuala Lumpur. Malaysia's capital city, Kuala Lumpur is the 6th most visited city in the world. Known for its cultural diversity, combinations of colonial and modern architecture, lively marketplaces, and several shopping destinations. Kuala Lumpur is home to the iconic Petronas Twin Towers, the tallest twin buildings in the world and one of the city's most famous landmarks. The Twin Towers stand at about 452 meters tall. It was designed by Argentine architect Cesar Pelli, who followed a postmodern style so that the towers would be the city's 21st century icon. Surrounding the Petronas Twin Towers is the KLCC Park, which was built to provide green scenes around the Petronas. KLCC Park is open to everyone and visitors can jog, take the children out to play, or just simply relax and enjoy the greenery contrasting Kuala Lumpur's cityscape. If you're fond of shopping, Kuala Lumpur is the place for you. The Central Market is a shopping area for local products and souvenirs. It sells colorful batiks, the traditional dressing of ethnic Malay Malaysians. The Central Market also sells saris and cheongsams because of Malaysia's diverse ethnicities. You can also find products inspired from Buddhism and Hinduism. Other Malay craftworks can also be found in the Central Market, such as daggers and wood carvings. Bukit Bintang is also a place to go because it is one of Kuala Lumpur's major shopping districts. The area is one of the most popular retail belts that comprises of many shopping centers, cafes, bars, night markets, and places to eat. Bukit Bintang is famous to both tourists and locals, especially to young people. Night times are enjoyable in Kuala Lumpur because the city is still bright and alive. There are night markets you can visit, such as Petaling Street, which is only a few minutes away from the Central Market. Petaling Street is Kuala Lumpur's version of Chinatown. Here, you can find different Chinese food, delicacies, and herbs. It is also where you can buy cheaper versions of Asia's latest fashion. Other places nearby Petaling Street are the Jamek Mosque, an old mosque of Moorish architecture, Sri Mahamariamman Temple, and Pasar Seni LRT Station. Memphis. The city that is the birthplace of rock and roll. Visit Memphis. Memphis is the city located in the southwestern corner of the state of Tennessee, overlooking the Mississippi River. It is in fact the state's most populous city with its 1.3 million inhabitants. Historically, Memphis has served as the commercial center and social center, connecting regions in western Tennessee, the Mississippi, and eastern Arkansas. The city is also known as one of the top producers of cotton for the United States. They don't call the city the birthplace of blues and rock and roll for nothing. It is said that blues pioneer W.C. put down the first rhythm and blues in paper here. Elvis Presley also recorded his first song in Memphis and considered the city his home. Memphis also has one of the biggest guitar factories in the U.S., Gibson's Beale Factory. So what to do in Memphis? Well, for the rock and roll music fan, this is where you'll find anything and everything about the king, Elvis Presley. It's a must to go on a pilgrimage to Graceland, Elvis's mansion and home. You can also visit the legendary Sun Studio, the place where Elvis did his first recording. Tours are done regularly, so be sure to watch out for that if you're in town. For a taste of pre-Civil War society, visit the Hunt Phelan Mansion. You can also check out Overton Park, the city's oasis, which is host to many picnics and outdoor plays. It's also the place where you can find the Memphis Zoo, the Memphis College of Art, and the Brooks Museum of Art. The nightlife scene is very alive in Memphis as you walk down Beale Street's bevy of bars featuring the best in live music. One of the most popular ones is B.B. King's, where the late great B.B. King himself performed regularly. Don't forget to catch the sunset over the Mississippi before you hit the bars and clubs. Now for food. Did you know that aside from music, Memphis is also popular for its amazing and delectable barbecue and Southern comfort food traditions? Look for food stops scattered around the city featuring barbecue, pulled pork, steaks, Southern fried chicken, and even seafood. Don't forget to visit the next time you're in town. It's time for us to go. Pack your bags and get your tickets ready. And we'll see you on the next destination. Catch us again next time on Cities of the World.